We'll gather around, feel the love come down.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited today to be trying Let's Resin's new AirZero Pro Bubble Remover. Now this is just getting released today. I have a 10% off discount code for you on the screen, and everything is linked down below in the description box. Okay, so first up, let's deal with the elephant in the room. It looks exactly like the old one, with the exception of the color, which we will get into in a minute. But let's look at what you get in the box. You get the instruction pamphlet, which is always very detailed. However, this is so simple to use. But look at this color, guys. It is purple, and it is a gorgeous purple. I'm so excited. I know the little things, right? The outward design is pretty much exactly the same as their old one. However, this one, everything that is different is the insides and the power of the machine, and it is much more powerful. So that means that it is faster to debubble your resin or your silicone or whatever it is that you're using, and that gives you more working time, right? Now you get your adapter, and all you do is plug it in. Now, I do want to give you a notation here that this adapter is not compatible with the old adapter because of the power in the machine. Now, we are going to talk about it a little bit more in just a moment. First, we're going to do an unboxing from Into Resin real quick, and I am using all things water ripple molds today to show just how bubble free that Let's Resin new bubble remover is. We got the large cross water ripple mold, some little pendants, and then I also have this huge, ginormous bowl, which I'm super excited to do, but we're going to do that in another video. So the first thing that I want to do is, with the water ripple, you need perfectly crystal clear resin for the top bit, right? To get that water ripple look to it. And then typically you use, chameleon powders or something like that you're going to dust onto that clear layer of resin and then put your backing color on, right? Well, what I want to do is I'm going to try it two different ways. I'm going to do the paper that I showed you, which I'm going to cut down to size, and then I'm also going to do it with chameleon powders too. Now, I've mixed up some Let's Resin epoxy resin, and I used my mixing machine to do it. Now, it's super simple. All you do is push it one time, it comes on, and then you scroll the little dial to the right to set your time. We're going to set it for 5 minutes. Give the lid a little push down. Now, this will hold 3 8-ounce cups, or it'll hold the really large resin cups that hold, like, what is it, like 20 ounces or whatever it is, with no problem whatsoever. One of the things I really like about this is that the lid is super easy to come off, and it releases the pressure by itself. So as soon as that time is up, it automatically releases the pressure, and then you can use 2 fingers to lift it up, right? Now, you can also, if you see that your resin isn't quite there yet, you can click the dial to the right. Every one, like, little click that it is goes up by 30 seconds. And you can set it for longer, or if you see that your resin is completely clear already, you can scroll it to the left and reduce it by 30 seconds. Now, you can go all the way up to 15 minutes on this machine, and then you can take it down to 30 seconds. It doesn't go lower than that. When you have to get to the 30-second point and then just let it count down the rest of the way on its own, and then it'll release the pressure and go off. Now, I'm sure you're asking, okay, what's new? Why do I want to use this? Why get this one? So this one, like I mentioned before, it goes up to 15 minutes, but it has a 48-watt power, which is more than the old machine. It has a quad core pump system in it, and you get 4 liters of space in there, which is fantastic. And then there's the color, guys, right? I mean, it's purple. Come on. Anyway, I think it's fantastic. It degassed that resin in 5 minutes. Now, granted, I think I had like 4 or 5 ounces mixed up, so it wasn't like a whole lot, and it was normal epoxy resin, and I love to see how it would do with fast cure resin, because we all know fast cure tabletop, those are super, super thick resins that usually don't pair real well with your typical bubble remover, right? I am in love already with this. All right, so let's get back to what I'm actually doing. So I filled up each one of these molds most of the way, like 3/4 of the way, with the resin, quick spritz of alcohol. We're going to set this off to the side to cure. Now we are at the next day, and it is time to apply this paper, which I finished cutting down to size off camera because I'm not going to lie, I struggled with it. It's a little easier with these odd shapes to have a piece to trace exactly and not try to do how I did it. It was just a whole thing. So with the cross, I don't want it going down into the base of it where like the rock would be. So what I'm doing right now is I've just got some Mod Podge. I put some down the bottom. We're doing it just like we're decoupaging it on, essentially, right? That's how I'm going to apply the paper to the cross and then to 2 of the pendants. The other 3 pendants we're going to use chameleon powders on, and then the base of the cross we're also going to put some chameleon powder on there as well and do that. But we're going to let the glue dry on that first before we hit it with the chameleon powder. Now, hindsight, I should have feel like I haven't worked a whole lot with these water ripple molds, and definitely not what I'm doing with like the cross with the paper. This is the first time I'm trying this. I just thought that with the design of the paper that it would look really neat with that water ripple effect and make it look like those colors are moving even more than they already did. But what I didn't think about is obviously I still need a backing color, right? And because I'm going to be using chameleons, it would benefit me to use black as opposed to white to get that full on color impact that you get with your chameleon powders. I left too much space. I should have filled it up more. The problem is that when I did it, I didn't quite fill it up high enough on the sides. So I have part of that mold left over that I, in my infinite wisdom, decided that to make it go and not see the black necessarily, I'm going to go in there with the chameleon color. Now, it didn't, the chameleon powders that I picked, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I don't, they didn't go with the paper like I thought they would. So they're kind of just meh as far as that goes. Like the bottom of the cross part is fine. I should have never taken it up along the edges because it just doesn't look right. Or maybe what I should have done is picked a color, done black on the bottom, done my chameleon powder on the bottom, pick a color for the top, and then just pour the 2 colors at once, you know, filling the top with the color that goes better with the paper that I picked, and then the back or the bottom of it with black where that chameleon powder is. That's what I'm thinking for the cross. For the pendants, I just shouldn't have done it with the chameleon powders at all because it didn't work right. But essentially, I should have filled up the mold a little bit more than what I did so I don't have so much on the sides that you could see. Okay, that's problem number 1. 2, I should have waited until it was still tacky instead of fully cured to apply them because it didn't stick. So we're going to try what Claire does and spray a little bit of alcohol on there to kind of make the powders go over more, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll work. Now, for the resin, this time I'm just using Let's Resin's black epoxy resin for it. I mixed up a little bit, and we're just going to pour that into each one of these molds and take a scrub, go around and make sure that we get any bubbles that could potentially get trapped on those 90-degree edges of the molds out of there. Just just to be, you know, on the safe side, even though, you know, I did put it through the bubble remover. It's not those kind of bubbles, right? It's the kind that just kind of happen when you're pouring. Does that make sense? I hope so. All right, so we're just going to top each one of these off and let them cure and do their thing, and then come back and see what we've got and wrap things up, decorate things, do whatever we need to do. All right, so this next day I had a little bit of excess resin left over. I mixed up too much, so I decided to do a few other pieces. My camera, I don't know if it's my camera or my memory card, but something's been going on a little screwy, and I keep getting these files where it's corrupted, and where I was recording me pouring this, it was another corrupted file. So I've got to figure out what's up with that. So all in all, it didn't record the extras, but it's fine. All I did was I used some of the chameleon patterns, threw it into those other molds, and poured the black epoxy resin in them. Now, this is not quite 24 hours later, so these thin pieces are still super bendy. With the heart pendant, that is also an into resin mold, I tried the tape technique from Wendy at Toonfish Crafts to kind of take some of that chameleon off, so some of the black would show through, so it would almost look like it was kind of worn and whatever. I don't know. It just turned out okay. Now, with these pendants, do you kind of see, like, the color? They're amazing. I absolutely love the water ripple effect. It's probably one of my favorite effects, but especially these ones, it didn't do a good job with the chameleon pattern and picking those colors, so they kind of look a little weird, especially this one. Like, those colors just did not go well at all with it. But I love the ones that are just the chameleon pattern. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, when you look at the cross, if you ignore the chameleon pattern that I have around the actual cross part itself and just look at the water ripple effect on the paper, I think it looks super cool. And I think you could do some really cool things with different papers and different things like that to give it more meaning, not more meaning, to give it more movement and more life to certain things. And then you get like a different variation of colors and not just like the one straight chameleon color. Like, I get it shifts, or it, you know, as it shifts, it makes it look like it's moving, but you could do it in a different way. You know what I mean? All right, so at this point, I'm just going to decorate these up. Instead of making all the little pendants actually into pendants, I'm going to make it all into magnets, and I'm just using some of those super strong earth magnets to glue them on with some E6000. And since they're teeny tiny little magnets, we're going to put a couple on each one just to make sure that it's actually going to hold something up. I hate a magnet that when you go to put a piece of paper on it and it falls. Like, there's nothing more annoying than that. So I want to make sure that they are going to stick really, really well. For the cross, I just got some gloss varnish and a little bit of glitter and put it inside that little starburst design on there. And then the flowers just went over with a little bit of gold chrome marker. And that's it. We're not doing anything to the actual cross itself. I think it's pretty. I do. I don't like the color that I picked behind it. I wish I didn't do that. But I absolutely love the mold. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. The bubble remover machine did amazing. There is not one bubble visible at all in any of those pieces. So it is super great. I am going to definitely try it with some fast cure, and just to try it, maybe some tabletop too. I realize that may be a mistake, but I'm really, really curious if it will work. So that will be coming up soon, and we will see the full power of this machine. Anyway, just to recap, description box below has all the discount codes, the links to the new resin, or new resin, no, new Let's Resin AirZero Pro Bubble Remover Machine, along with your 10% discount code. And the discount codes for all of the Into Resin molds that I used today. Huge thank you to Let's Resin for letting me try out your new machine. I absolutely love it, and I love the color. I hope you guys keep this color for any new machines that are coming out, because that is beautiful. Not that I dislike the blue, but I love purple too. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up on that note. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I will see you on Wednesday in the next one. Love ya. Bye.
Together we belong. In every comment right, you lift me to new heights. Your support, it's clear, gives me reason to cheer. Blue Elephant Crew, this one's all for you. You make dreams come true with everything you do. Each subscriber's heart playing a vital part. Videos we share, showing how much we care. Likes and shares, they grow. You make the channel glow. Every single view, I owe it all to you. Blue Elephant Crew, this one's all for you. You make dreams come true with everything you do. Each subscriber's heart playing a vital part. Videos we share, showing how much we care.